at those old school games at the highest settings, highest difficulty settings. But we're just talking about base difficulty. I don't know, man. I mean, Battletoads, obviously. Superman 64 is damn near impossible. I mean, no one has even hardly ever seen anything beyond the first level, with the rings.
So is Superman 64 is a really interesting, right? Because that one is just memorization. It's just like if you memorize where to go, you can beat that game extremely quickly. Now, does that make it easy?
Yeah, that's true of almost any game.
That's
literally
I guess,
what a
I
task
guess,
is.
I guess,
the
but
computers memorized all the correct inputs.
No, but this is not even inputs. This is just where to go, like the direction of what angle to hold the controller at. If you're around the right area, you can kind of do part of Superman 64. You can get through it. So is that difficult?
I mean, but the controls are trash.
Yeah, that's all. That's adding to the. There you go. So it is kind of difficult because.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That is the difficulty. It's not that the enemies are super. Like the AI is incredible. It's gonna read your inputs. It's just like no. Superman turns like garbage, and I missed a ring, or like yeah. It's just like no. And yeah, I mean Milky's right. Like, that game had a very unfortunate, development and in release. And yeah,
unfinished game looks like.
Yeah, like Shaq Fu is not a difficult fighting game because the combos are incredibly amazing. Like the timing on them is crazy or anything. No, the game's fucking movement is trash, and the buttons are garbage. Like yeah, the game barely is playable. So yeah. It's a thing, man. I don't know. So here's a question. What about games that can't really be beaten, right?
I'm trying to think.
Don't have an ending.
I mean, that just like infinitely loop.
No, I mean, yes, that could be one interpretation, but I'm thinking of like there's a lot of MMOs, a lot of them dead nowadays. God rest their.
Yeah, but no, they don't end. But the thing is, there's an end content for that game. But that MMOs are a hard example because you literally have to sink time into the game, and the game systems are designed in a way where, like, you could argue FF11 is a really hard game, or Vanilla WoW, because you have to put just X amount of time into this game. It's not necessarily difficult. The system is just keeping you on a certain track.
Here's the question. Yes, I mean, time invested in the game can be an aspect of difficulty.
True.
I think.
So do you think like, MMOs are difficult then? Because
they fucking can be.
They can
be. I'll tell you an aspect of difficulty in an MMO that a lot of people don't think about. This was way back when I played WoW. I mean, this was fucking not Burning Crusade, but right after Burning Crusade. With Arthas, his ass. But one of the things, yes, one of the things I didn't realize they had a fucking achievement for was doing all of the quests that are available for your side, whether you're Alliance or Horde, all of them in the game. Apparently that's a fucking achievement in there, and it's something like at the time 3,000 quests or something. It was ridiculous, right? And there was 5-6 motherfuckers that had it maybe, and the amount of time and effort that these guys had to put in, and a lot of these things are in dungeons where you needed a 40-man raid, that they had to figure out ways to go, and at this point no one was doing 40-man anythings, like
that's where that's where I was talking about earlier, where like being the first person to beat like a adventure game or beat an MMO in your example, those are pretty impressive people. Because there's no guide, there's no one, the developers are just like, haha, who's going to beat this content? Everyone after has an advantage. So you're right. That might be one of the most difficult way. I'm agreeing with you. That I never thought about that. That might be pretty difficult.
Yeah. But I mean, it wasn't even like being the first. It was just like the breadth and depth of the stuff they had to do. And like I said, a lot of these things were, this isn't, there's 15 quests in the damn 40-man raid. No one's done a 40-man raid in 2 years. You're not getting 40 men to go into this fucking thing. So you got to figure out a way.
Oh, so you're talking about like currently, like going into like a dead MMO and being like, you know what, I'm gonna solo this MMO.
Not necessarily dead, but like content falls off, right? Like eventually.
So you're saying you're saying looking at MMO and saying, okay, soloing this content that was made for multiple people, that is pretty impressive.
I think so.
I think that's pretty impressive. It's up there for me. That's up there with me for like level 1 playthroughs, where it's like, yeah, you have to go through this game with essentially nothing. You're bare bones. You can't make a mistake. That to me is very impressive.
Dark Souls, naked knife,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That is dark. Yeah, that is interesting to me. Like, that's actually more interesting to me than no hit. No hit is just, I don't have to watch a no hit, but yeah, naked going through the game, just, yeah, I think Dark Souls plays well as like a challenge game, a difficulty game.
Yeah, especially the marathons.
I'm kind of with. It's like MMOs are kind of the beginning of
They are.
This is now. There's now equation here, value versus time, and like fun had investment. There's function of something here that needs to be addressed to have continued sweet monthlies.
Right. Well, I mean, it's also one of those things, because those games don't have an end. There's no fucking ending credits, there's no anything in those games. Even if you beat the current hardest content in the game, it's just like, cool.
You haven't beat the game, you're still waiting for the next thing. Yeah.
Right, yeah, like, unless you could do absolutely everything there possibly is in the game, which, I mean, who did that, right? It's ridiculous. I did find one or two dudes that had done all the quests in World of Warcraft up to that time on both Alliance and Horde, and those guys were nuts, right? Those dudes were bananas. But it's just one of those things where it's like what Sam used to do. That guy had
all the pets,
hundreds and hundreds of pets, and the time and effort and strategies to get all of these fucking pets were bananas, man. They were bonkers, the amount of time and effort he had to put into that.
he would money too, because he would buy the cards. Like, I forget how they came on these cards. I forget what they're called. Sorry. But they had those WoW cards. I think they were just called WoW cards. But
they might have been.
That's the thing where it's like, is that it could be difficult, but so few people can even attempt that because of time. Just real life time that it takes to do that, is it's a limiting factor. It's like, yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah. I mean, sure, but we can also say that about, like, how much time does it take to get to get to the point where you can get a rebirth in Tetris, gym? How many years? How many thousands of hours? How many people can put in enough fucking time to beat all of those 256 or 255 levels of Tetris? Like, a dude so far, 2? 4. There you go. Four guys. 4 guys. Is that just a time sink? So, I mean, everything to a degree is a time sink, right?
Yes, yeah.
Everything is.
Yes, but
everything
but
is
WoW
time-gated to a degree.
WoW is really time gated to a degree, I think, because like for example, you were talking about Twilight Mon getting all the pets. Literally impossible if you can't do it if you just weren't there from the start. Like it is. And I think that's why he just stopped, because it's like, well, I can't play the game at this time, and I can't get this thing, so I can't get this pet. So, and then I think they started binding pets, so certain things. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, pets and mounts, crazy. Yeah. But I mean, it can be the same thing with just like waiting for the right RNG. Like, the God run, the God run. No hands in World 8, no hands. Like, I played this, I reset this 15,000 times, and finally I have a god, the RNG gods are on my side. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's aspects to this, to those sorts of things. I guess bringing it back to my original point is, in games like that, what counts as, like beating the game? What is the definitive, like we can say, they have beat the game? Is it just, doing all the quests? Is it beating the hardest content in the game? Is it getting all the pets? Is it, getting every rare item in the game? Getting the best gear in the game?
To me,
there can be stuff like that.
To me, generally, MMOs. Secrets. Yeah. Well,
assuming those exist.
Well, so that's a funny thing, because MMO games sometimes have multiple credits because of DLC. So it's like that was.
I don't think
You can do all the like main content, like all the raid. I think to me it's like beating all the main content. But that's the thing. There's raid content. I never thought about that. Is like that certain people can't do. Yeah. Like you just have to have another group of people who are also have the same aim and goal as you. So if you don't, really, you can't do that unless you want to be just absolutely bananas and do solo content. But I think there's content in that game. I don't think. I think FF14 has content that actually can't be soloed. Like just can't be soloed. So.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's back end stuff too, like you're looking into pulling back the curtain. Like sometimes like solo, like text that you solo, so it's solo.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's super nice.
So then are you reading it?
Right.
And it's like the mat like back. There's so much to consider there.
Yeah.
My answer would be that like it would be the game that defines that for you. Some games break when you like they add a hard mode because they think they have to. So they make their game, they tune all the values up, damage and health and stuff, and call it a day. And maybe they don't test it and it breaks it. I think was it Dead to Rights? That's like it's not unbeatable, but it's pretty absurd, the challenge, like what it's asking of you sometimes. That's one of those games where you can have a bad save where it's like, oops, I saved in this unbeatable challenge with 1 HP. Guess I better restart the game. We will punish these fools for standing in the way of my vision.
Right. Well, I mean, until recently, it was either Halo 1 or 2, and I never played any of them, but, there was, like, the skull challenges I did, turning on all the skulls, but, like, one which actually made it easier. There was a fucking bounty on that for a long time, and even Moist Critical, where someone was like, yeah, I'm putting a $10,000 bounty on anyone that could do it. And it took, like, months and months and months before someone finally got a God run, and all the RNG in their favor, and was finally able to do it. Yeah.
That's not where I would expect a challenge like that
Right, like no one had ever done it previous to that, right? That we know of. So yeah, it's interesting. You know, some of these games that may be physically impossible, you know, to beat on certain settings, or, you know, whatnot. What's the name of that one game? I actually have it on my wish list. Where like the whole goal of the game is you just have to wait a year. Your character just has to wait a year for like their king or whatever to wake up, and it's a year in real time.
What game is this?
What's the name of this game? We have to wait 400 days. That's Belonging. Yeah, Belonging. Now I don't know if there's any win conditions before that.
Or is it tied to your
Maybe. But yeah, Belonging is a player controls the shade of lonely creature serving the elderly king. After the king falls asleep to gain his diminished powers, the shade is tasked with awakening its master after 400 days in real time. So, like, that is ultimately the goal that's set out for you. I don't know if you can actually beat the game otherwise, but I was just like, oh, okay. Like, just 400 days, and just like, just waiting. Just waiting. Yeah. Crazy.
A week's worth of time for Bat and Taita. What would be? Oh, and like, you know, developers think that was real funny. No one's gonna try to like beat this game fast.
I mean, yeah. You know, it's a thing. Yeah.
There's the enemy. How foolish to show themselves before me. You think to outsmart me? Don't make me.
Were they?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I've ground pounded so many. What's more?
Yeah, if your hands are already soaked in blood, a few more drops won't matter. You won't be able to tell.
It's time for us to show them what we can do.
Yeah, I'm wondering what other games are actually unbeatable. Not because they weren't finished, you know, or anything like that. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm not talking about things like freaking scramble eggs on the MSX, you know, which is just an endless loop of the worst music you've ever heard and some of the worst graphics you've ever seen. You know?
There's that one, if you emulate, I think, the first Ninja Turtles, which, you want to talk about hard.
Yeah, that's a hard-ass game.
That is bullshit.
Bro, the sewer level, come on.
Yeah, oh, well, getting to the sewer level, if you emulate it, you actually can't beat it, because the tiles don't load up, depending on how you emulate it. Like, the tiles don't load up right on that last bit in the underwater level, and you can't get through that one tight spot.
Jesus Christ.
After you do That game is a mess. Like what is it, like 4 different spots that the
drown the enemy in a sea of chaos.
And so there's like you get the last boss of it.
You are next.
Oh,
I'll crush you.
Backtrack.
Legio Necroson. Thank you.
My ambition cannot be stopped.
So.
Yeah.
I hereby claim this base as my...
Yeah, I'm actually looking up like truly unbeatable games, and a lot of these games that people are listing. This is on Reddit. A lot of these games that people are listing are unbeatable because of a glitch or because the developers fucked up in some kind of way. Like, oops, you know, the key that you need doesn't have collision on it, so the game's actually unbeatable. Okay, like that's not what we're talking about. You know, we're talking about like, no, the game is beyond human skill. You know.
That game is still.
Yeah.
You'll be wearing that slack-jawed skeleton.
Yeah, typically.
There's a lot of people who. I mean, God.
Attack coming.
ホームミルク
IGN review.
Good luck, ありがとうございます. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's that one. God Hand's pretty hard, but God Hand at this point's been done, right? Like.
Yeah, it's not an unbeatable game. It's just very tough and to the point where
Yeah. Sensible people.
It's a fair.
Yeah.
Next time we meet will be the last. My ambition cannot be stopped.
It really goes down to like the twitchiest, like
I seek the future. None shall stop.
reflex type games, and even those, like you go back to the 70s and get some, arcade wizards that'll, they got reaction times like under a millisecond.
Sure. Yeah, again, the only one I know, like off the top of my head, is Battle Squadron on the Sega Genesis. Physically impossible. It's just there's no way. There is nothing in the game that would allow you to avoid what's coming. Instantly. Like if you can last 1 minute in that game at the highest settings, you're beyond a god, in skill.
I'm wondering about like a lot of these Android and like mobile shmups.
Oh
like,
Jesus, yeah.
Attempting, those games that it's like they're amateurish in the sense that they don't. Your shit is fat and chunky and everything's active, like
Yeah.
Not taking the nuances of that stuff, or like bullet hell methodology of you are your hit, or even just your center pixel.
Right. Yeah, a lot of them at least do that much, but some of those games, yeah. Yeah.
Some of those are unbeatable.
Oh, I would say so. Yeah.
You stand before me. You have courage.
Yeah. Cave games aren't even considered the hardest anymore. They're just so. That's how far we've come. It's strange to say. They're ridiculous, but yeah, no. Some Toho games are considered even harder than cave games. Or Toho fan games? Oh. Just the imagination of bullets. Like, someone had a nightmare at night and decided, we're going to make this a reality. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
Toho games are even harder.
We will punish these fools for standing in the way of my vision. All forces.
Right, like let's be real. It's a soundtrack with some game mechanics added onto it.
With the game released every year attached to it,
right? Yeah. Oh man.
What's this camera angle?
insanity. That's what it is.
I hereby claim this base as
Yeah, I feel like that's what. I feel like that's kind of good to have,
excellent.
like
Understood. You can count on me.
find that space on screen.
Yeah.
Know when it changed.
I hereby claim this base as my own. Excellent.
Like,
Nobody saw this attack coming.
No, so like every scenario is technically the same. It's like take over China, even though it's like, you know, the rebellion of you know, the Yellow Turban Rebellion or Battle of Chibi. It's in order to finish the scenario, you still have to take over China. So nothing really changes. Please tell me that was not our main camp. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Especially not you. I shall oppose you in the name of the Hawk.
I'm just doing it. I just want to beat an hour and 50 because that's the current time that's on the board without a video, and we just did that for the other one. So
Was not enough. Withdraw. My ambition cannot be stopped.
let me ask you. Actually, I haven't asked this question before.
I seek the future.
What do you think about old records? Like old people making claims like, yeah, I did this, and they don't have video or pics. Do we just disregard those after a certain point? Like, that sucks, you were born in a different era, but it didn't happen.
oh, you mean like Billy Mitchell and like situation?
Yeah, possibly.
Of course. Yeah.
I'll
Like, you had to be there.
be careful mentioning. Because I don't want anybody to get sued here. But yeah, like.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of, you know, older gamers who are like, yeah, I did this and this, but it's like, well, you don't even have a video or a picture. It's just like a picture and other people giving their word. But it's like, where do you stand on that? And let's say they did something amazing. Like, do you still, you know, if anyone cares, you know, 50, 100 years from now or even longer, where do people stand on that?
I think there's a relevant comment that I read recently that applies here. If it's accepted that K is a way of saying okay, and pop is a thing you can call an old guy, K-pop is a really short way of saying okay.
So the way I look at it, you know, and we've seen a number of these things where someone said, you know, we gave a crazy claim, you know, early on, and then, you know, people were like, yeah, okay, buddy. Like, sure you did. And then years later, they were like, oh yeah, I found my old video of me actually doing this thing. And it was like, the fuck, that's insane. We've seen a few instances of that. And, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where, I mean, it's like, oh yeah, dude, you know, I actually have the deadlift record, but no one was there to record it in real life. Like,
well, that's why I asked that, because in sports, that's totally not allowed. And, you know,
I mean, you can claim it.
You can claim it.
I mean, no one's gonna put your name in the book. You know, no one's gonna put your name in the book.
Nice job. All right.
Well, yeah, nowadays. But, you know, if someone in 1970 was like, yeah, man, I deadlifted 5,300 pounds or something stupid. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the current record is, but, yeah, it was just like, yeah, cool, man. It's like, all right. Like, do we really, you know? We're gonna fight these people on it. It's your word against his, you know. Right. Did that? Yes.
Shoutouts to all those kids who encountered a Rainbow Edition Street Fighter and then had to explain it to their friends after.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, Milky's not wrong. You know, there was a time where, you know, Carl Jobs actually spoke about this recently. How he submitted some bullshit times for, you know, GoldenEye, you know, way back in the '90s to a magazine that was keeping track of records. And, I mean, you didn't have to send him a VHS. You know, you just said, hey, you know, this was my time on this level. And they just took it. You know? Yeah, it's like, oh man, that's cool. Like, you know.
Reporting.
Yeah, I mean.
Always.
Yeah. I mean, Milky's right. Milky's right.
That's one of those things of the information age. Really, is that we're going back and verifying all that stuff.
Yeah,
Wasn't one of the Billy Mitchell crew like a guy claiming a mathematically impossible score
on that racing game? Yeah, on that drag racer. Yeah, where it's like, no, like even if you look at the code, it's not physically possible. You know, the times that he was claiming. You know, but yeah, it's kind of the idea back in the day of doxing people, right? You know, in the early 2000s, 2001, 2002, the prevailing idea was, oh, what's the worst that someone's gonna do? Send you a pizza? You know? Now doxing is like, well, yeah, I mean, maybe they'll send you a bomb. Or, you know, maybe they'll just go to your house.
Police force and think you're holding a hostage.
Exactly, you know, they'll swat you. You know, they will harass you until you die. You know, of some kind of means. Yeah, that's now a real concern.
Oh,
exactly. You know.
Oh shit! Sorry, I was getting excited. I didn't know it could... The building was a suggestion. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting now that games are the prevailing, you know, media of the age. And there's a lot of money involved, because back then there was no money involved. No one cared. You know, there was no real fame to be had outside of extreme edge cases like Billy Mitchell, with the tiny amount of fame he had, you know, back in the 80s and 90s. So the guys that, like, you know, the kids that like went and did the Nintendo World Championship shit, like, okay, yeah, you know, maybe in 20 years there's like one guy that's obsessed with knowing this type of stuff that knows who you are. But there was no real money inside this, right? Like, it wasn't super corporate at the time.
I think like Mitchell didn't even it really didn't really become like a huge thing for him.
Yeah, until the King of Kong. Yeah.
It's just, you know,
Right, I've had just about enough of this. It's time for us to show them what we can do.
Right. You know. And yeah, I mean, because gaming back then, for outside of a small time in the, you know, 80s, early 90s, where there was like, you know, some shows like Arcade on Nickelodeon and shit, it was not a spectator sport. Gaming wasn't a spectator sport. You know,
winning.
There were not.
I never knew anyone that was on Nick Arcade, but like, I think that actually would probably be like the most like lit claim would be like, yeah, I won Nick Arcade. Like, whoa, you must be be godlike, like that more than anything.
Yeah, I bow down.
Yeah.
I'm really good at arcing away.
Right. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where now there's a lot of money involved. Now we're selling out. League of Legends is, you know, putting 20, 30,000 people in a stadium, you know, to yeah, I mean, you know, to watch, you know, these games. Esports is a thing, you know. So, you know, there's $1 million prizes for winning tournaments, you know, and stuff like that.
That's still happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I hope so. Otherwise, I'm out of a job.
Well, I mean, like,
Yeah.
like specifically, like league tournaments, and I guess, like, all that stuff is still big in Korea. So
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. Nowadays. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I think, you know, it's cool if someone says, "Oh, hey, you know, I did this back in the day," you know, some record, something that, you know, no one at the time was, you know, known for doing. It's like, cool, man. That's awesome.
that was a thing you could do.
Like, yeah.
Before Google.
Yeah. It's like, congratulations, brother. You know, glad you made it back in 1984.
I mean, even 1980. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
even things like beating a game first, like this probably doesn't matter nowadays, but like, in high school, I was very pressed to beat Kingdom Hearts like day one, because I knew everyone would be talking about it, and it'd be like, everyone would ask you like, well, what happens, man? Like, is it worth it? Should I get it? And it's like, I did kind of like relish that. It was like, yeah, like, there's a secret ending if you beat it on the hardest mode. It's like, what? Like, no way. Like,
This guy, yeah.
but now, I wonder if that's gone now. People are like, oh, okay. Yeah, I just played Among Us yesterday. I don't care.
Well, I mean, I don't think people talk to each other in school anymore. They're just all in their phones and iPads.
Oh, that, yeah, I don't.
I mean, they talk.
I don't know.
They're always looking for opportunities that don't come.
Oh, okay, fair. Yeah. You're probably right. You know, yeah. I mean, if you claim anything in high school or in middle school or elementary school nowadays, there's probably a good section of the population that's just gonna call you a loser for doing it. You know?
A tryhard.
Yeah, tryhard, a poser. Well, we used to call them posers, but now I'm sure there's some other stupid fucking word for it. But you know, yeah, most of them are playing Roblox. Milky's
Yeah.
freaking right.
Dude, oh,
Yeah. Roblox is a mess.
I've had a major issue with finding commentary, because every server I joined 20. I just joined a bunch. I went in Discord, went in a bunch of JoJo servers. Every single server, Roblox. I joined a debate server of a bunch of, I guess they called them gooners, and they're self-proclaimed gooners. And then they said, and then every day there's no debating. It's just Roblox. Like, what? It's just taken over. It's just, I can't escape it.
Oh my god, dude! That that platform, I guess you could call it at this friggin' point, is so huge. It's outrageous, right? Like, you know, how many people are playing Roblox at any given moment in time? It's something truly absurd. No, yeah. It's just Roblox now. There is nothing else.
I guess
All will be Roblox.
I remember when it was just Minecraft. Now it's just like Minecraft is, I guess, retro at this point. Like, Minecraft, why would you play that? Like, I mean, Roblox. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I guess we have like Minecraft adults.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
We do. Yeah. When did Minecraft release? Yeah.
2007.
So yeah, you would be what, 18 if you were born the same year, going, you know, or very close to it. You'd be able to vote. You know, in the midterm.
Born when students and other people like genuinely interested in this like.
Sure. Yeah, at the time. Yeah. It's interesting. I think it's kind of skews younger now. It, you know.
Well, yeah. Then it's like, oh, this is Lego. I'm so used to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, it was free because it was a browser game.
Yeah. Back in the day, before, back when Mojang was still an independent developer, right?
It was just Notch.
Notch, yeah, by
Wow.
himself, yeah. Damn, that's crazy, man. That's insane.
Roblox is a public company now, so they're an investment.
Is it?
Which means yes.
Oh God.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, now.
Yep, they're
almost got
publicly
into
traded.
IPO. I would have eaten shit on that.
Yeah.
They traded super high.
Mhm.
Never play
Yeah,
IPOs.
shit's-
Never. Just
No.
don't.
No,
Unless
you have
know
to
how
get
trade
into the.
sideways.
And unless you get into the company before the IPO, right? Like that's you know, if you have some percentage of the company
I don't think
beforehand.
there's anybody here.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I do remember specifically Backblaze. That's yeah. I know Backblaze like sent out an email a couple months before their IPO saying like, hey, if you want a piece of the company before we do our IPO, here's like how you can do it. And I was like, really? But I didn't because I'm lazy and probably who knows.
What I understand about stocks is that the winning move is not to play.
Brother, I'm right there with you exactly. And yeah, Milky, you're right. No. I've seen those stupid Wall Street bets, screenshots where it's like, yeah, yesterday I had $550,000 and today I have $2, and I'm like, 250,000? They're like, no, $2, and I'm like, oh. it's like, yeah, I picked all these stupid options, and I'm like, okay, not fucking with those. All right, Lexi. Hello, Lexi.
Well done.
Hello, Lexi. Hell yeah.
We cannot afford to keep this up much longer.
Yeah, this Dynasty Warriors game is definitely in the PS3 era where everything was either, desaturated FPS, gray world, or, muddy brown action adventure game with no color. Yeah, real. That's right, colors are for children.
I'm a man, and I want blood and dirt.
That's it. And the dirt and the blood had better be like a deep, crimson, like super muddy. Yeah, man. Yeah, actually, you're right. You're exactly right. That's exactly what it is. Man.
I don't own the stocks. I just play the options.
That's it.
My covered calls.
Your covered calls, yeah, the covered calls. Also, Big Bill Hells, you haven't said a damn thing in like 8-9 hours, brother. Are you alive?
No.
Dang.
What? Like we've been having this hours-long conversation.
I took a nap.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You actually were asleep.
Okay.
You literally just caught me waking up.
Oh, did I? Okay. Alright, that was actually super lucky. So I was like, this man has just been sitting here listening to this conversation this whole time and has input nothing? That's unlike him. Maybe so. Maybe so.
I literally thought he was gonna make a list and come in here with like, here are the hardest games actually.
Yeah, maybe. crazy.
This up much longer.
About 2 hours ago, we got we
I
got some
hereby claim
Buffalo
this
Wild
race
Wings.
as my own.
Oh.
Came out today.
Ah, yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for taking care of that.
Green Bay
Thanks.
Packers.
Yeah,
Redskins? Don't you mean Commanders, or are they Redskins?
commies?
Is that?
You know, it's kind of like how we still call X Twitter. You know, no one's gonna bat an
We don't accept change. The enemies will always be 20 years ago.
yes, yes.
An army with no supplies can quickly fall.
It
That will soon
pains
be
me
ours.
so much to think that, because you know, 20, 25 years
taking care
ago
of that.
is retro. It always like that. When we were kids,
To outsmart
everybody was
me,
into 70s stuff.
don't make
and
me
blah, blah, blah.
laugh.
And it really pains me right now that people are getting like nostalgic about like shit like that. And, you know, Jinko jeans.
Ow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is porn oldies yet?
Pretty much. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure by this point.
It's just like we're nostalgic about Limp Bizkit. It's like, man, I thought Limp Bizkit was something. I have to be nostalgic about this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, on the random, since I mentioned this Limp Bizkit, I actually have it on back.
Yeah.
And I found that when you remove Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, it's actually very
My
good music.
ambition cannot be stopped.
It's actually very interesting track. Some of those beats go really hard. When you
Yeah.
add some crazy guitar riffs to it.
None shall
Damn.
Nookie, the riff goes extra hard.
Sometimes you figure that out. You know, it's kind of like Garfield without Garfield. Is a better comic strip. You know? It's just John and talking to himself like a freaking maniac. And, you know, like there's some really deep stuff like he says, and you're like, damn, John. Like John's gotten spitting right. Like there's some real philosophy. Like this man has a whole arc, and the second you put Garfield in, it's like, oh, this is trash.
Garfield without Garfield is funny. Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Construction of
No, it's a real thing. Yes.
Oh yeah, it's real. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, it's real?
Oh yeah.
If you remove Garfield from the Garfield comic strips, it just becomes this, like, it just becomes John Arbuckle's descent into the
Yes. Yes. Exactly. It's crazy. We were talking about something, but one
the deconstruction of Garfield has been like the greatest phenomenon.
oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I'm surprised I haven't heard of that because I like Quentin Reviews a lot, so I haven't heard them. But they're like super Garfield fans, so maybe it's like it's taboo like to take Garfield out. Like, how dare you?
Maybe so. But our conversation just a few minutes ago reminded me of something it's a video I can find up on YouTube. And I think it might have been a show. But it's basically this guy walks into, you know, a video game store. I think those still exist anymore, basically. And, you know, he's like, oh man, you know, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Takes it up to the counter, and, you know, he's like, this guy's like our age, right? You know, maybe 35, somewhere around there. And of course, there's some young buck at the counter, and the young guy's like, "Oh man, you know, Vice City, that's so retro." I was like, "Whoa, hey, that's not retro, man. It just come out." And the guy was like, "Yeah. So what's funny about Grand Theft Auto Vice City is that the game takes place in 1986, and when the game came out, it was 2002. That's a difference of 16 years." He said, it's 2021. It's been 19 years since that game came out. So even the retroness of Vice City has been eclipsed by how old the game is.
Vice City is now more retro than its definition of retro.
Yes, from the 80s. Yeah. Which is insane, right?
Brilliant display.
Yeah. Weird stuff, man. We have gotten old.
That means Vice City's content must feel ancient then, not even retro. It's a retro game with like prehistoric, you know? Like, oh, really?
Well, I
Seriously?
mean, a lot of those, super early, because I mean, Grand Theft Auto 3 was one of the pioneers of the open world genre of just like, here's a world, do whatever, kind of thing. And Vice City follows up on that, and those games are very, very raw, exceptionally raw. It's not to say they're not good games. They were good games for their time. And during that time, that's when they were good. But you go back now and you're like, what are these controls? What is this camera? What is this voice acting? What are these graphics? Like they do not hold up.
We didn't have like the standard game design orthodoxy that we have now.
Exactly.
Like I think it was even still after that time that like game design 101 became.
Yeah.
We established the correct way to design camera controls with 2 sticks. Actually, it wasn't until it was pretty much in that time that we decided this is how many buttons we want on a controller, and this is where we want it to be.
Yeah. I mean, if you remember,
all of that hadn't fully crystallized yet.
Right, exactly. All of that was still being, kind of worked out. We were only in our real second generation of 3D, the 3D being possible. And in the first generation where 3D was really the standard, because there was still a bunch of 2D not garbage, but 2D stuff that was on the PlayStation and even on Nintendo 64. Mischief Makers, one of my favorite games. Let's bring that up. There you go. But shake. But it's one of those things where like now we can finally truly model humans that resemble human beings, right? Like that's one of realism. We can put more things on screen. We can make them look at least somewhat realistic. Looking back on it now, it was trite, but I remember, again, going into, where the hell it was, a Sears or something, with my dad, and I remember the PlayStation 2 had either just come out or was about to come out, and they had Madden NFL like 2000 playing on this thing or something, right? And he sat there, and he's a big football fan. He sat there, and it was, on the demo or something, it was like the Redskins playing something. He was like, oh, yeah, the Redskins game was on. And he sat there for 10 freaking minutes watching this damn demo of Madden NFL 2000, 2001, whatever the hell it was at the time. And I was like, hey, Dad, he's like, nah, I'm watching the game. I'm like, the video game? It's like, what? And I was like, yeah, dude, that's a video game. That's the PlayStation 2, man. It's either it's just come out or it's about to come out. He's like, what? Like, he couldn't even comprehend. He just thought that he was watching a damn. Okay. Now, looking back on it, granted, this was on a CRT, so it looked way better. On a 4K screen, that game looks like garbage, right? There's no way that you would mistake that for real football. But on a, little 15-inch demo trash screen back then, it's like, yeah, from 8 feet away, yeah, it kind of looks like kind of looks like real football, NFL football. It was just enough. It was just enough.
You could hear like Madden's official, authentic voice in there.
Yeah. Before he passed away, right? Yeah. It was a thing. I mean, I think there were definitely tentpole moments in gaming. One of them for me was Super Mario 64. Walking into a shop and seeing the N64 setup and seeing like, oh my god, I can move in 360 directions. It's seamless, you know. It's insane. You know, that was definitely a tempo moment for me. Another one.
I didn't own an N64, but I still have a very vivid memory of the first time I was able to play that game, and I got the first hat, and you get the wing hat.
Oh
And
yeah.
music starts playing, you start
Oh, dude.
oh, core
Oh,
memories.
it's a moment. Mm-hmm. It's a like that was a moment in gaming. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, that one demo video that came out where all the Marios are showing up in 3D.
Yeah.
Mario, now look at all these Marios. Look what we can fill the screen with. Ultra 64.
The Ultra 64 video. Yeah. That's a classic. Heck yeah.
They stayed with that branding.
Oh, so good. It was so good.
Remember coming to your home in 1995? Ultra 64?
Yeah.
Nintendo.
With the lightning and everything. Oh, that thing was so cool, man. It was too cool. It was too cool.
And I
It was
love
too
when they first
cool.
revealed Xbox One Killer Instinct. They said, come to your home in 2020, 2012. Only on Xbox One!
Yeah. Dude.
Me and my brother are watching that trailer live at the Xbox show there at the E3, and like we just flipped our minds.
Just about enough of this. It's time for us to show
Killer Instinct, man.
I better withdraw.
Yeah.
That's when we actually got hyped for Xbox One before.
Cannot be stopped.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
Paying for that everything.
Stir the defenses.
Bro, I'm sad what they did with Perfect Dark. The new Perfect Dark. Just
Candy.
yeah, they canned it, you know. And it, I mean, what they showed looked like it has so much promise too. But yeah, I mean, I don't understand Microsoft. I get it. Xbox is basically just a hobby for them. You know, their real money comes from other things. You know, Office and Microsoft.
It's not helping them, but it's not hurting them.
Yeah. I mean, if they really truly wanted to, they could just win right now. Just be like, yeah, we're putting $2 trillion into Xbox. Good luck. Good luck, Sony.
Strategies are useless here.
Like,
Well, no.
maybe they haven't put in $2 trillion. Maybe they haven't put in trillions of
Cannot be
dollars, but
stopped.
they've put in. If you count like the opportunity costs that
I hereby claim
Yes.
like costs them,
Sure.
and like the silliness with the naming conventions, the Lexi mentions. Also, which one do I have? Which
Xbox One X, Xbox Series X. There's like 4 of them.
Ridiculous. Yeah. The Xbox Ally X that's coming out. Jesus Christ.
And I don't even think they intend to make money. I think it's more like they intend to just wag down. It's one of those things where you buy the building next to like your competitor when it's not because it's going to make you money, but because it denies them the opportunity to spend, and they
Sure.
make money. It's like a
Well, they want to be a streaming platform like Netflix eventually, so they'll eventually just own all the IPs. Like, yeah, you got to play it here.
Right.
It'll be Netflix.
and there's also like the creative aspect.
Ow.
Right. But I mean, what I mean is, like, no, they have not put in trillions of dollars. But if they did, what I'm saying is, if they just wanted to win, they could just be like, guess what? All of our hardware is free for the next 10 years, and all the games too. Congratulations, we've won. No one has to pay any money. We'll just eat the fucking cost of $3 trillion. There's still plenty of money. Like, no one cares. Right? Like, they literally could just do that. But, I mean, you know, Microsoft is, it's a thing. It's a whole thing. It's just like Nvidia could do more, but they gotta hoard their wealth like fucking greedy ass dragons. You know?
Nvidia is a
Yeah.
public company, right?
I'm pretty sure. They probably are. Microsoft too.
Oh, right, yeah, of course. Right, yeah, that's how all the boys got rich. Yes, definitely.
Yes. Yes. Poor Phil Spencer. That poor bastard. Man, he is taking a beating. You know. Matrick got out at the right time after the debacle of the Xbox One X and the Kinect. He was like, I'm taking my C-suite pay and getting out. Good luck, moving somewhere else. And then, poor Phil Spencer stepped in there and has just been getting the pineapple up the backside every day ever since. Poor bastard. Poor guy. Yeah. Also, I have to drink to my daily hatred of Nintendo for today. I forgot to do that. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I hereby
Yeah.
It's a bullshit patent that I think, like, upon challenge will fall, but I think they're doing it for this, aren't they fighting with Powell?
Yep. Of course.
I think it's one of those things where it's like it's a step in your claims process to have filed this or that.
You don't want anybody having games with Pokemon like
I don't think that's like because
I know you could add these handles. Right.
That's like the second that they're insane that they just don't understand American law.
Right. Well, I mean, that's the kind of the brilliance of patents is unlike copyright where you have to vigorously defend your copyright. Patents, you can defend or not defend at your leisure. So if you don't want to, defend your patent against something, you don't have to. And if you want to defend it against something specific, you can. And this gives them that leverage to, laser in on, specific instances of like, I think we're going to assert our patent rights here.
Because it's just like you can make something legally distinct.
Of course, yeah. And the patent
isn't even Pokemon. That is the funniest part.
Right, it's really not. It really is not. It is a lot of survival crafting, crap, which I'm not the hugest fan of. I've put a few hours into it, and I was like, yep, I am sitting here making eggs for the next hour.
I have, it's like since I have an Xbox One X, and I had my Game Pass at the time, and I played it on that for free. So I'm like, hell yeah, I want to play open world Pokemon. I'm gonna be a Pokemon master.
Yeah.
I was punching trees within a few minutes, and it's like, nope, fuck this, god damn it.
Yeah.
I will not punch any more trees. If you don't got vibes like Minecraft, I'm not punching trees.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Yeah, and I mean, let's talk about the brilliance of Minecraft. Now, granted, I've never played it, but there is a certain je ne sais quoi about it, right? There's a certain vibe to it, the way it's designed that keeps it interesting, and really, yeah.
No, sorry, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, like it's like. It goes back to like the importance. You were talking about presentation, and it's one of those things where every little bit, like sound design, the art style, not just the music, but how it's implemented. Just like the sound effects of digging. Stuff that
this space is now under my
it all plays into the experience.
That's really good, actually.
Yeah, it was insanely good. I was like, oh, this man has Minecraft.
I was not expecting it.
My strategy has been
what's popping?
But yeah, look, you're 100% right. That all of that stuff is really dialed in. You know, it's really dialed in. And one of the things, yeah.
Survival does not have
No, it does not. 100% not. You know, and this whole survival crafting, you know, genre kind of became a thing along with Minecraft, right? Like they kind of spearheaded that sort of type of game. And you know, Minecraft never appealed to me. I've never even touched the game a day in my life, but you know, I respect it. It's obviously a game that millions of people enjoy. Obviously, you know, there's something special about it, right? It doesn't necessarily appeal to me, but you know, it's a phenomenal game. But yeah, these other games they just don't do it at that level. Now, Power World wasn't that bad. You know, I'm not scooping shit like I was in, you know, Cult of the Lamb. And I'm like, why am I even doing this? Right, exactly. And there's, you know, there's some fun aspect of like managing these, you know, these monsters. But the weird thing, I guess, I'm getting to is that we've come to this point where games themselves, to a degree, have become more realistic, and the tropes and established sort of gameplay mechanics and types of games have become so stale that at this point in time that games are now just starting to become real life, like these simulation games where it's just like, you know, working at a Best Buy simulator, you know,
More simulators.
That's not a thing, right?
Trading card.
games like Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah, Power Wash Simulator, arcades, you know, arcade simulator.
People were playing those.
Yeah. It's like, oh, here, own an arcade, be a businessman. And I'm like, okay, but I'm not getting paid for this, you know? Like, it's kind of an actual job. Yeah. I mean, some of these are fun. Don't get me wrong, the ideas are fun. But then some of them are just like, hey, you just get to work a job, but virtually. And I'm like, but I already do that in real life. And it's like, but this one's virtual. Isn't that fun? And I'm like, no, it's not. And these games could be
that's not made for competitive. That's made for the upper classes. That's made for the classes that buy those like I don't know if it was Balenciaga or whoever was putting out that like blue collar working class.
Yeah.
They were dressing in like safety vests and construction outfits and cosplaying the poor. I feel like they just give you that game with that so you can pretend that I have to work a job for money, huh?
Yeah. You know, like PC Builder Simulator or whatever the hell it is. And I'm just like, okay, man, like, I get it. That's cool, but that's just a job, right? You know?
The Train Conductor arcade game is actually really fucking good.
So that's kind of one of the things. Some of these are good. Some of these, like the, you know, Euro Truck Simulator games, dude, people take those.
Oh, Truck Simulator games, they're fun to watch. They're fun to watch, too.
They are fun to watch. But people take those games so damn seriously, man. They invest thousands of dollars into rigs that, like, actually replicate, you know, actual trucks, you know, interior and instrumentation panel. And, yeah, it has 18 gears, so you have to shift 18 freaking times. Like, it's bonkers, right? It's bonkers.
800.
Yeah. These sim games. I'm just looking at these and I'm just like, my God, is this what it's come to? I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
We were talking about difficulty and we didn't even once mention map games.
Map
Fucking
game?
Hearts of Iron 4, Europa,
those types of games. Yeah, those are
hard.
those games are tough. They're tough, man. Yeah. No, you're right.
And it
You're
becomes
right.
a question of management of a lot of things. It doesn't involve a lot of the stuff we were calling before, skills and
Strategies are useless here. I must withdraw.
I was playing. There's this pass and play Android game, which is like a really boiled down version
Don't look so
of
smart.
Civilization.
This was
with
part
this
of my
Minecraft
plan.
graphic. I'm trying to think of the name.
Troubled on your
It's
work.
like how
I
Yeah.
have that on my phone. It's really good.
it's super fun.
The RTS. Yeah. It's. I love that game.
Yeah, it's like a really boiled down 4X. And
Uh,
just like
yeah.
the way it's so arcane to me how people build resources quickly. Because it's like I think I'm playing. I just always take it over. I'm building.
Nothing will stand between me and justice I seek.
Yeah.
Well, I hold down the job and there. I think I'm not. But suddenly, I'm just starting to play buildings, and here comes this like army with jets. Is that a nuke in this game? That's not what happened.
Right.
Basically.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that one you have cute animal people, anthropomorphic.
You have different like, I'm gonna say races.
Cannot be stopped.
Yeah.
Skills and
Unit.
tier list.
Yeah. Special units. Yeah.
But when you bring it up to other games like specifically like 4, or,
My vision was not enough. Withdraw.
I don't play these games. So I
Ambition
can't.
cannot be stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. The way people ideate their strategies and stuff in those games is amazing to me because it's a completely different way of playing a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
A challenge is a completely different part of the game.
That's true.
Map games. Look at that map. That's what this is trying to do. That's what it was reminding me of.
That's what you meant by map games. Okay. You like RTS games, right? RTS.
Not necessarily RTS, because those are like real scoped down tactical ones. It's more like grand strategy.
Grand strategy. Okay. Like Civilization and stuff. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Polito. I didn't know anyone else knew about that game.
We will punish
It's a
these
fun little
fools
thing
for
to have
standing in the way of
people,
my
right?
vision.
Where it's just like, oh shit, we're on
All forces
a
attack.
plane or a bus together. Here, play this game. You have no other choice. It's this or sit there and board. It's just like a fun thing like that to pull out.
I must withdraw. My ambition cannot be stopped.
I hear you. Ah, man, I'm looking at a YouTube video of the 15 must-play simulator games. This is from October 15, 2024. And one is like Storage Hunter Simulator. We just go to like storage units, kind of like Storage Wars, you know, and like you have to go and bid on storage units and then clean them out and, you know, assess what's in them and sell them and crap. Another one, the second one is TCG Card Shop Simulator, where you run a TCG card shop. And yeah, and you know, people want to trade in, you know, these Pokemon looking cards and stuff. And you know, like people come there to just, you know, play TCG games, and you know, maybe they stink, so you like have to spray perfume or whatever on them.
That's
You know,
assault.
I mean, yes, but you know, you have to. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Police Simulator, Patrol Officer. Nah, you're just like a regular police officer. Has to like, you know, go around as a beat cop, like, oh, these guys got into, you know, a small accident and you have to go and take, you know, information down and stuff like that. Ah, God. You know, drug dealer simulator, so you can, you know, be a drug dealer. Yeah. Fast food simulator, of course, you work at a McDonald's type place and such. Like, god damn, man.
It's like a big simulator.
It is.
Remember when it was just the goat simulator? Like,
Yeah, those are more just for laughs, right?
Yeah.
You know.
That's like a
Yeah. What I'm looking at is Derail Simulator, which is just like an actual realistic train simulation game. Like this dude showing how you link the cars together, and now like has actual linkages that you have to interact with, and like there's actual freight hauling paperwork that you have to read through and shit. I'm like, oh my freaking god, man! Like these are not games at this point. You know, these are just digital jobs. You know, these are just digital jobs. It's crazy.
I can vouch for at least like the trucking ones.
Yeah, the trucking ones are serious.
Sort of like relaxing.
Oh my God, how many
Yes.
people are in my army here?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. The trucking ones I've watched. In fact, one of my buddies, Conquer 2009, he's played that a couple of those trucking simulators, and I've watched him stream, and they are actually kind of relaxing. You know. Is that her? Something?
What's going on here? Ah, gesture. Oh no, what the hell? Everything's just popping in.
What is happening?
What is this ending? What is this ending?
What is happening?
Oh, is that my man Zhang Fei? Was that who that was? Is that my boy?
Could have been.
Dian Wei. Yeah, Zhang Fei is on Louis Bei's team. It's the three brothers, Zhang Fei, Guan Yu, and then Louis Bei. Yeah.
I know of Guan Yu. Yeah.
The Green Dragon Boy.
God.
That big ass. That guy's why I love the glaive.
The glaive, yeah, I love glaive too.
Probably not an ideal weapon, but
There are
it's
multiple characters from romance games that use glaive. There are a lot of great uses.
I'm looking at these Garfield ships.
Oh, are you looking at
Lexi, yeah, Naomi sent them to me. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they really are. They really are.
It adds a whole new perspective to Garfield.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Good old Garfield, man. Garfield. Good stuff, man.
You guys ever catch any of like the lasagna cat stuff?
Yes. I did. That stuff was actually kind of tight though. I was enjoying it.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. That's cool. And yeah, Lexi, you're right. That dude did get permission. The original author, illustrator of Garfield enjoyed it so much. I think, right? Like, enjoyed the perspective. Crazy.
My favorite one of those like rearrangements is the defenestrated Garfield, where
The
it's just
defenestrated Garfield.
two panels from whatever comic, and then every comic ends on the panel of Garfield being thrown out a window.
Yes, dude. Yes. That's tight. That's sick. Oh god, this video in the background just said, oh, you have to make sure you balance your budget so you can build new facilities and hire staff. And I'm like, this sounds like my personal hell. Like, how is this a game?
You're watching a game? I thought you were watching a like Hustle Bro course or something.
No. It's
diversify funds, my man.
Not quite. No, I'm just watching 15 must-play simulator games on Steam, or have it in the background. But yeah.